Hey everybody, it's Kevin and welcome to Kev's Vibe of the Day. Today's Saturday, the 31st of July 2021, the last day of the month. And I'm excited. So let's get right to the cards and see what they reveal today. So angels, thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. Thank you for reminding me that you're with me. Thank you to the Ascended Masters, my spirit guides, and any others that come from the place of love and intelligence. I call upon the four corners of the universe, Father in the sky, Mother in the earth, with the expressed intention that this tool be used for the highest good and the best message for all. And so it is done. Shuffle all that into those cards. All right, let me put my hands on them. Pick one, pick one, pick one, pick one, pick one, pick one. There we go. That one comes out. Oh. Let's see. There. Look at that. Power and intention. Right. So, my friends, yesterday we had trust the universe. Today's message, power and intention. Well, here's what I have to tell you. You already have it. And when we get clear about what the intention is, we have the power to draw whatever we are attending to us. So my nugget for you for today is to start daydreaming. Use the power of daydreaming to bring into view, bring into life, bring into heart, bring into space, everything that you want to achieve. Then notice if there is the limiting beliefs that you've got that creep in. You know, there's this place that Esther Hicks talks about, which is the vortex, the space between desire and manifestation. And this power and intention talks about that. So typically, we usually are pretty good at manifesting whatever we want. We know what kind of sandwich we want when we go in the sandwich shop. We know kind of like the idea of a menu if it's somewhere that we've bought from before and it's been a good experience. And you typically have an idea of when it's time to change cars. You know when it's time to go get another one, a new one. And so we start on this road of research, if you like, getting into that vortex of sorting out what we can and we cannot do, what we will and we won't do. The card of this, the power and intention card, is giving you the chance to flex your muscles a little bit, to realize that there's power in what you're doing to manifest what you want, and you've done it all the time. This is just bringing light to how you've done it, when you've done it, and the idea of doing it. So I'm going to look, let's see. All of your angels are drawing close to let you know that you, in yourself, in the way that you conduct yourself, the way you live yourself, you've got the ability to be a leader and a guide. And you're being encouraged to line up with the highest good of yourself, the loving side of yourself, the joyful side of yourself, the good stuff, and act from that place of the heart. When you lift the power up inside of you, you find sometimes that the ego gets louder and louder. You start telling yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't do this. Because the ego wants us to be limited. So this card is saying you've got to go past your limited thoughts and feelings and beliefs. Question. The ego wants us to question. Wants us to question our growth. So don't hold back. This is the time that you call the angels, the guides, the spirits, the ascended masters, all of those that work with divine source energy. You call them in and help you to listen to the voice of what you want. Like reconnect with the initial ideas and intentions that you had about doing things, and don't stop. Keep your intention going the power of intention. That's what this really is talking about. The universe is still responding, even if you've let them go and you got distracted. So if you're confused about how to move forward, when to move forward, or if to move forward, you've got to get clarity. It's difficult at a time when things, well, I don't know how to look at this. It seems that when our external world, which is what we're living in, the culture right now of transformation, things changing, the ego, that's better. Our ego and the ego of others is looking for labels, looking for descriptions, looking for places to make sense of it all, and putting it in a reason. I've had many conversations lately with folks who are going through somewhat of an identity crisis, a little bit about don't really know who they are, not really sure what they want, don't know if they want to be this kind of person, that kind of person, don't know who to believe, don't know who to trust. And I've said, and the cards came up yesterday, trust the universe. This is power of intention. The question you ask yourself, what do you really want? And in it doesn't have to be a material thing. It can be as simple as, I want more money. Okay, what's stopping you from getting more money? And here's the other part to this, which is so interesting. We have right now some sort of labor shortage according to culture. We have right now an intention on behalf of fast food restaurants where they're giving people money to show up for work, giving people money to sign on, so we have this idea that if you want more money, it's out there, go get it, go and have it, go claim it. People either are doing it or they're not doing it. I don't know. But the idea that we cannot have this great abundance of money, that it's not available, it won't be coming, it's ludicrous, because there's evidence out there. If you go into even a sit-down restaurant, there's no service, there's nobody working, but there's still an abundance of people walking through the door wanting to be fed. I'm using these as examples of the fact that there's money on the table everywhere. If you're listening to the inner voice, I can't afford it, it's too much, that's a limiting belief. Nothing is too much. You can afford everything you want. The supply is unlimited. The challenge is the ego is so safe and so comfy saying can't afford it, don't have it, because that's been the experience. We are not used to seeing, believing, getting, having, buying into something so much bigger than who we are and what we are, that it is almost scary because we don't believe it. We only believe what we've already done, what we've already seen. So the power of intention, or the power and intention, is finding the same recipe, the same pathway, neuro pathway that you had when you said you wanted a certain sandwich, or you said you wanted a certain trip. More specifically, go to a time in your past that you've actually achieved something that you didn't think you could do and you did it. Remember, recall, bring back the energy with which you created that. Like, what was the emphasis on getting it? What did you feel like when you were just getting the EBGBs about, oh my goodness, I don't know if this is going to work. And then you got it. Then you were like, oh my goodness, now I got it. Now I don't know what to do. Usually that's what happens. There's a mixture of excitement and fear, and they open the same neural pathways in the brain. You get the same feeling. Fear and excitement brings up the same thing. It's like, oh yeah. You want that. That is what you want. When you're going after something and this ego wants to creep in and say, we've been here before, that's a limiting belief, and that's not going to get you anywhere. And limiting beliefs limit. Limiting beliefs strangle. Limiting beliefs is the naysayer, and we do it so automatically That has the bigger weight, that has the bigger energy. So, how do we turn all that around? It's pretty simple. Get excited about having the thing that you really want the most and know that you deserve to have it. You want to get into that place I was talking about yesterday. Um, you know, strut your stuff. You get in there, dream the dream, have the daydream, write the story, write your next chapter. I learned yesterday from listening to one of Esther Hicks's things, which is no coincidence that this should come up, that you start writing down what you know your life is going to be, and bring it into this as if it's happening now, and keep writing. And then it's like, thank you. I'm so grateful. I can't believe this is happening. It is amazingly wonderful. The things couldn't be any better for me. I was not aware of how incredible I am. And I'm so glad I had this going on. We will then be urged to begin to do things, act upon those things. I don't know about you, but there's been many times in my life where I've done things and thought, I don't know quite why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. Those are the indications that the universe has got what you need. You just have to be part of it. And it sounds really strange when the majority of culture is lining up in the limited line, the line that says, yeah, no, I'm going to shop at the dollar store. Nothing wrong with the dollar store. I don't want any of those folks who own them to be jumping down my throat. Nothing wrong with them. Listen, if you get to save a few dollars on the same thing that's being sold for an exorbitant amount down the road, yeah, I'm doing it. That's a different kettle of fish. A limiting belief is denying yourself the actual right to have what you want and what you deserve to have. That's a limiting belief. Abundance can come where you can say, I'm doing far more with less. I'm far greater with less effort. That is abundance. And there's a slight difference. So the limiting beliefs are cutting you off at the knees, the waist, the hips, the no, no, no. And somebody taught you that. Whoever taught you that is fine. Don't beat them up. Don't blame them. Point fingers. But then be grateful that you learned a different way of being. And then if it keeps coming up, this is one of the things that Esther Hicks talks about. Keep your story to yourself. Keep your greatness, your abundance, your freedom from debt, your love of life, your effervescence, all of those really upbeat, positive things that you're writing and working on. Think of it as like your next great adventure, but bring the next great adventure in right now. If you want to own a coffee shop and you have no idea of how to do it, then you say to the universe, thank you for providing me with the way and the pathway to getting my coffee shop. It is an incredible place where everybody gathers. I am so grateful, happy that the coffee, people can't get enough of it. I've got lines around the block. I'm so happy and grateful that I've got staff who love me and I love them. I'm happy and grateful that I've got an unlimited supply of stock and an unlimited supply of money to run this business, and this business has been so successful for me, I can't stand it. This is what you get into. You get into what I call the lather of life. The lather of life, that bubble bath, that splashy, crazy, fun place where we go to just giggle and laugh and have what we want. Those are sometimes out of character for people who have been feeling downtrodden, pushed against, shoved about, giving all of their power to other people. It's a little difficult to go from that way of thinking, being, and believing to the other. So you just put the idea in your head, you move the idea to your heart, and from your heart comes the power to manifest it. But it has to be belief. If you've ever noticed above the Macy's store in New York, where the parade goes by, it has believe across the top. And they started using believe as a way to market holiday items. Christmas was mostly about believing. And you know, when you're a child, you remember the first time you see a Christmas tree for the season, and you're reminded that there's gifts underneath that tree with your name on it. And you're reminded of all the glittery times, the good smells in the kitchen, all of that stuff. It lifts the vibration and brings to you this sense of Thanksgiving, the holidays, the love, the this, the that. And in the last 25, 30 years, for adults, that season becomes ratchet for some, not for everyone. Difficult, challenging. You know it's coming up. You know you've got to find the money. You've got to go blah, 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 got to get this gift, got to get that gift. And the stores become rampant with people purchasing all sorts of things they really don't want, they really don't need. They're giving people stuff they just because they could give it. They've lost that lather. They've lost that lather for life, that fun, that all of that stuff. They've lost it. It's gone. It's become this problem, this drudgery. So slowly but surely, the season, the believing, the getting into that high energy has been cut off at the knees, shut down, just become this nasty, oh, I can't wait for the holidays to be over. You can turn that around. You can get back into that feeling of hope, faith, knowledge, knowing. And I'm using these as examples to give you a choice. When we come into a human experience, we have a choice. I believe, I don't expect you to, I believe that there's a power greater than any of us to manifest everything we want, whenever we want it. Yes, there's challenges and they're limiting beliefs that have come up from before. They can be a bugger to get rid of. I look at them like pokeweed or kudzu or poison ivy, poison oak. You know, it's a weed. It starts eating away at the undergrowth of your dreams. And before you know it, they're choking those dreams out because the undergrowth, the weeds, the roots that are strangling your ability to manifest and have whatever your heart desires is greater. That strength is greater. That's where the vortex is. So think about the vortex as being your weed whacker. And your weeds being the limited beliefs that unless you pull those roots up, unless you lift and get rid of it and start replacing it with fresh soil, with new plants, with new life, with new shoots, with new bushes, with new trees, with new growth, that's what you replace the old with. And there's a reason the limited beliefs pop up. They pop up to remind us. The angels are saying, no, 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 you don't have to go down that road. You can if you want to, but it's not going to go anywhere. You'll be stuck in this cul-de-sac of chaos. Here, power and intention is what you dig into. We get that closer so it can focus. It's like a big magician. Think of that as your disciple, your guru, your little thing you pray to. And then another little nugget for you after you've written your story about your coffee shop or whatever it is you want. Let's see. Whatever it is that right now you want to get to have happen, get into it. That book, The Law of Attraction, and all of Esther Hicks's videos, there are a plethora amount on YouTube. The message is very similar. You don't necessarily have to change the formula for getting what you want. You just have to get into the groove of getting what you want. You know, if you look at an athlete, and we'll use a distance runner as an example. Every distance runner has had trial upon trial upon trial, race upon race upon race. They get right back up. They get right back in. and they put one foot in front of the other and they go. If all of those athletes, those racing runners, said at the beginning of the race, I'm never going to win this, what's the point in entering it? What would be the point? But no, they don't. They psych out all of those thoughts and they step onto the starting line and they listen for that pistol, whatever it is, to go off, and then they run. And in their mind, in their heart, they are looking to become better than something that they were. A runner looks to become better than something they were. And that could be beating a time trial, beating and winning the race. We have to keep on expecting more and going for more and getting more and going for more and getting more. Otherwise, what's the point? But you know those folks that sit in the lazy lounge that have been beaten down, broken down, stuck down. It would be difficult for them to go from just feeling that way to winning the race in one shot, because it's a different energy, different vibration. But 1%, 1%, 1% better, 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 bit by bit, one foot in front of the other, and keep going. Anytime you come to the point where you feel beaten down, this is not going to happen. And we get them because that ego wants to win. That weed wants to come back up out the ground and spread the roots out and create all kinds of nonsense. We have to do the weeding. And doing the weeding is stopping the limiting beliefs, because they're not really good. You don't feel good when you have them. It makes you feel miserable, makes you feel just worthless. But from that feeling, you're reminded that this is not the way you're supposed to be. This is not how it's meant to be. And you get back up and you get back in the race and you then create a new story. You can create a new story from the here and from the now and from this point forward, which is why the angels, the spirit guides, the source energy that you're part of does not see the difference between a dream that's a story you're creating right here in the now and giving it to you. So think about that. If you're able to see it, smell it, taste it, believe it, and we'll use the coffee shop. You want a coffee shop and you're seeing yourself cutting the ribbon and you can see the inside of it and you can see all the tables and you can see that counter and you can smell that coffee and you can hear the hubba lubba 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 of people talking. If you're able to conceive that right there and write down the description of it and get excited about it, you're already creating it. It's right there in your head. And another analogy is somebody who builds a house. They see a plot of land, they see a view, and they say, I want that view outside my kitchen window. And by the time they've got to the architect, they know what all that looks like. Everybody has the power to create what they intend to want. But you've got to start off with an intention and then put the power behind getting it. All right, let's read from Melody Beatty's Journey to the Heart. This book. I was reading in front of it, sorry. The last day of July. Ooh. It says you are complete. Look around at all that look around at all that lives. All that is. See how connected each creation is to the workings of the universe. But see also that the essence of all there is, the core, lies within each of us. From the tiniest purple wildflower to the tallest redwood forest, each creation creates its own energy system, its own energy core for living, and so it be within us. We're intricately connected to the world. We receive energy, life-sustaining nourishment and support from the world around us, but inside each of us is our own source for love, for joy, and for wisdom. Our ability to love, live, feel, and be happy comes from our own hearts. Look inside yourself. Feel your vitality, your energy, feel your essence. It's pure love. Everything you need in order to live and love is within you. Nurture yourself. Let yourself grow. Learn to grow and walk in ways of love. Learn from all who cross your path. Value your connections to others and the world around you. Receive and give freely as you walk down the road. Take your place in the world. Know you are part of a complete universe, but remember, you are a complete universe too. You yourself are a complete universe, and the universe is not complete without you in it. You yourself are a complete universe, and the universe is not complete without you in it. My God, that should be a bumper sticker. I got some tea. I love my big mug. It goes through the dishwasher every night. It's just the perfect size to hold and drink out of. But I know at one day, I'm going to need to get another one. But you know how you get attached to stuff, you get attached to things. Anyway, it's time to meditate. So eyes down, palms up, breath on, breathe in, let it go. Bring your feet down to the floor and then create a long, tall spine. You can move your neck around. Just be aware of what energy in your body is tight. And think about your chest at the moment. That's where your heart is. Your heart is full of love. Your blood is full of joy. And your whole essence is radiating out from you. Now just let your mind go to the soles of your feet and think of the Mother Earth as giving your feet a wonderful massage. Press your feet into the floor, lift your toes, spread them out. And the Mother Earth graciously gives you this planet, this place to live, to breathe, to be, to experience, to have. The Mother Earth takes away all of your worries and woes and then transforms them into wonderful experiences, great power. The Mother Earth is the perfect recycling center for everything we don't want, we no longer need, we want to discard, throw away, and then renews it, reuses it, replenishes it, transforms it into something bigger, greater, more powerful. Bring your thoughts, your mind, your energy to your breath. And if it's health that you're seeking, if it's healing you're seeking, with every breath in, you send that healing light to the body part that needs to be healed. If it's an emotional thought and feeling, send light, love, air to your heart chakra. Allow your mind to settle between your forehead, your third eye center, and using your imagination, expand the love and the light that shines within your heart. Allow it to illuminate the space in front of your third eye. Being conscious of seeing that light ahead of you. Move that light up through the crown of your head. And see a cluster of stars forming in a circle. And through that cluster of stars, pull down source energy. Thank you, source energy, for replenishing my physical body, my spiritual body. Thank you for renewing my energy. Thank you for revealing to me the power of intention. Thank you for helping me realize and see that I am one with source energy. I am source energy. I experience source energy. I am connected with source energy. I flow with source energy. And so it is. Put a smile on your face and lift your mind, your heart, your feelings, your thoughts to everything you're grateful for, truly grateful for. Just allow your air to breathe in and out. And the essence of who you are, the greatness of who you are inside your physical body, with this feeling of gratitude. The feeling of softness, of joy, of happiness. Brighten the light. See it glowing inside of you, your entire body, from the tip of your head to the soles of your feet. There are many angels, ascended masters, spirit guides, surrounding you on your left, on your right, above your head, below your feet. Each one of these angels, spirit guides, are here for your highest good. They are specifically conspiring connecting with you through a sacred geometry grid. Continue connecting with your breath, quietly breathing in the white light, the bright light, the source energy light. You can say the prayer of thank you, angels, for showing me my power and intention. Thank you, angels, for manifesting the intention of my dreams. Thank you, universe, for showing me my goodness and my greatness. Thank you for revealing to me how good and great I truly am. I welcome your wisdom, your energy, and your blessings as you transmute and transform all my limiting beliefs to manifestation, to realization, and to true power. so it is. You can push pause on this video, continue meditating, affirming, believing, acknowledging. When you feel complete, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Acknowledge yourself for the greatness that you are and the greatness that you offer to others. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, and together we bow and say namaste. Listen, everybody, I'm hoping that you're still on, you're still with this. I love you and I'm grateful for you. Some of us, myself included, didn't really intend to step out on the world stage like this in this way, and they never ever thought, well, this was possible. But when you do step forward, when you do say, I'd like to serve in any way I can, and we do it all the time, whether that's sweeping the floor for somebody, making coffee for somebody, getting groceries for somebody, picking the phone up to somebody and connecting with them, that's our way of leading from the heart. When we do it, when we express ourselves in that way, it gets brought back to us. It's a bit like a boomerang, except instead of one boomerang coming back and we catch it, there are several. Every intention, every powerful act of love, kindness, joy, giving, all of those things, every vibration we send out from ourselves bounces back, but it's multiplied. So I'm trying to sort of say, if you're lacking love, you've got to give it out, lots of it, not be sitting in a soup of sadness. If that makes sense. Anyway, my intention with these videos is to frame up a day and give you something powerful to tap into, something worthwhile to do. I don't know each day what's going to pop up, how it's going to pop up, but I'm grateful that you're paying attention. And I'm grateful if you like it, share it, subscribe it, and get the word out. I'll see you soon. Have a great Saturday. Bye.